Some of us receive a call, shall we say, through an energetic activation or through the dark night of the soul. Rudolf Steiner, teacher and philosopher, calls this phase 1 of the initiate. I'm quoting Rudolf Steiner here. Our higher self is connected to exalted spiritual beings, and with them we form a united whole. We are already part of this united whole. If this process happens without the understanding pursuit of higher consciousness, we get tossed around in a sea of confusion until eventually, through seeking and understanding, we can begin to work within the process. We're on a journey of soul purification, guided by unseen forces. Hopefully, if you're listening to this, you've come to understand the path you're on. It may have seemingly come about quite suddenly, but many lifetimes brought you here. We were incarnated into this lifetime with our karmic imprint, meaning the soul still has some work to do in a purifying sense. Once this initiation has begun, you'll be confronted by your own soul. Your soul contains all that's ready for purification, not only from this lifetime, but from other lifetimes and from our lineage and ancestors. Even if we're incarnated during this time with the purpose of helping, our soul may still need to go through this process first. It might not seem like it, but this is a good thing. We're being given the opportunity to awaken, as they say, and be guided through a process that will ultimately bring us to a place to assist with the ascension of humanity, not in an egoic, grandiose way, but in a purposeful soul and spiritual way. It's important to pay attention to your own inner guidance, which may include some tough love, in order to guide you through this first phase. When we're confronted with all this, it can present all sorts of horrors, which is why it's called the dark night of the soul. Now, even though it might not seem it, we're connected with a spiritual complex of higher beings that are guiding us, even through all the scary parts. We cry out for help to make it stop, but it's being shown to us for a reason. At first, we may resist it. If we don't understand what's happening, we think we're losing our mind. This is the part that's so hard to accept, that we're meant to be with it, to endure the fear and dread until it's cleared. We're invited to purify from all our pains and desires in the physical world. Chakras, which are energy centers that correspond to specific nerve bundles and organs, are activated as in a kundalini activation. The Sanskrit meaning of chakra is wheel. The 7 major chakras run from the base of the spine to the top of the head. These wheels or discs of energy should stay opened and aligned, but upon activation, as the energy travels through these centers, you may experience physical and emotional symptoms due to blocked areas. So begins the purification process. Chakras are also known as lotus flowers. Each chakra has a different number of lotus petals, with the 1,000th petals being at the 7th chakra, the top of the head. The lotus flower is considered to be a symbol of enlightenment, purity, and spiritual growth. It's said there is actually a 12 chakra system, with 5 of the chakras being transpersonal, outside the body. But first things first. Dreams become a big player in this process. We fall into slumber and let go of our physical defenses. We experience nightmares with shadowy figures. We soar out of our body over lifetimes and landscapes. Our soul speaks to us through symbolism, and we travel about in the astral plane. We encounter monsters and animals and what seems to be ancient beings or entities. We have abstract dreams of doorways and different levels and planes. We're confronted with all the aspects of our soul. We're leading a second unconscious life in a dream state, in a world other than that of our senses. It's no longer just the dreams of falling asleep with the TV on or eating right before bed. We experience sleep paralysis. We're paralyzed. We can't move. We struggle to move our body to wake up. Sometimes we believe we're awake, only to find out we weren't fully awake. We feel and see ourselves rise out of our bed, or sometimes we're pulled in all different directions as our body seems to be dragged out of bed. We might experience a type of life review in our dreams. We have glimpses into other realities, seeing a very real vision through a tunnel, watching it like you would a movie. Our dreams have shifted from the mental connections from our everyday to manifestations from the etheric body. The etheric body is the subtle body, our energy field, or some might see it as our aura. We're so much more and much bigger than our physical body. We know something happens within the brain when our kundalini energy rises. The nervous system consists of the brain and the spinal column, and you'll feel waves of energy among other sensations as this energy makes its way through. This is when we have the most incredible experiences, some exhilarating, some frightening, and some beyond explanation. We're capable of so much more than even can be explained within the machinations of the brain. We might even experience what feels like a re-entering back into the body when we awaken in the morning. At the in-between time, that crack of time when you're just coming out of sleep but not fully awake, we receive messages from within. It can come and go quickly, so write them down right away. It's typically valuable information. It's important during this beginning phase to not fall prey to corruption. The scary dreams and voices are distortions, and we must endure the fear, making our way to being entirely free of fear. Our fear is magnified in the astral realm. You may feel dark entities are after you, but as your fear is dissolved, so will these nightmares. Once we're on the other side of this, dreams become more productive and insightful. And with focus and attention, you'll be able to use your discernment, recognizing the distortions for what they are. It takes faith and strength, as it is not for the faint of heart. Don't be discouraged, for it's only when we uncover that we can dissolve our fears and heighten our awareness. Once we make our way through this first phase, there will be much more to come. Through meditation, we'll connect with our higher guidance or the temple of higher wisdom. It may be through inner sight or hearing. There will be more to do, and we will be tested. We will experience the void, a period of stagnation. We'll tend to things that are still leaking and lingering patterns. Of course, the amount of work to do and the length of time will be different for each individual. We might veer off the path, try to go back, or lose our faith. We might die, metaphorically, and be reborn several times. If we know what process we're in and what its purpose is, it makes it easier to hang in there. If we're focused mainly on our material life rather than our spiritual life, it will be harder. A balance is needed to manage both worlds, which is not always easy. One may take precedence over the other due to circumstances. All of this is bringing you to all that is, the source of all. Of course, you were always there, but you had to peel off the layers of distortions, corruption, and false belief. In other videos, I talked about how shocking this process can be to the system, but it's not the fault of the process. It's bringing distortions to the surface that already existed in us, whether physical, mental, or emotional. I admit it's not always easy keeping everything in perspective. We will have our ups and downs, but keep your eye on the bigger picture and start coming from the inner rather than the outer, and carry on day by day. And from my heart to yours, you have it in you.